Bill Bates, you're an electrical inspector with the Health and Safety Executive. Is there a problem with overhead electrical lines in the UK? And if so, what is the problem?
Yes, there certainly is a problem. We get about 4 to 8 people killed each year due to coming into contact with live overhead lines. I've investigated quite a number, in fact 6 fatal injuries in recent years myself, and clearly that is a problem. There have also been something like 330 people severely injured each year due to contact with overhead lines as in an average year.
What are the dangers surrounding overhead electrical lines?
Well, clearly people who work close to overhead lines can come into contact with them, and clearly they can get electric shocks or bad burns off them and potentially could be killed with the contact with the overhead line. And that could be due to somebody not recognising the risk and not being trained to find out what to do properly, or it could be that they're just simply complacent and they don't take the proper precautions.
So what can businesses do to eliminate the risk?
Well, obviously the first thing that they might be able to do is to not go near to the overhead line in the first place. And they would need to take advice if they were getting closer to the line, within 9 metres of the overhead line. They would need to get hold of the local electricity company who owns the particular line that they're talking about. And then it's necessary to take the advice from them as to how close you can go to the line, whether they need to put goal posts up or whether they need to do various other things. The advice is available in a couple of HSE documents. There's a guidance note called GS6 which covers working near overhead lines, and there is also an agricultural information sheet called AIS8, and both of those documents will be available on the HSE website free from September 2009.
What should somebody do if they're in a vehicle that is touching an overhead line and perhaps the line sparking?
Well, clearly somebody would then realise that they are in a dangerous situation where they've come into the contact with the overhead line, and the first thing they should do perhaps is to stay put and try and get on a mobile phone and tell somebody, hopefully tell the electricity company who own the overhead line that they've come into contact with them and get them to switch the line off as quickly as possible. If the lorry or whichever vehicle is that they're in that's in contact with the line, if that starts to go on fire, for instance, and they have to get out, what they must do is to jump clear. They shouldn't start to step down and touch the side of the vehicle, in which case they could get a nasty electrical shock which could be fatal. They should jump clear and roll away as far and as quickly as possible.
Thank you for your time, Bill.
Thank you.